Well, we should be live. So, I'm doing a different kind of stream today, as you probably notice. And if this is done correctly, there should be these streams should be sent out to the Shorts feed. The reason why I'm doing this stream is because a short stream, yes. Tainsan, is how's the stream looking? Is anyone? Let me go and look. I am. Stupid ads. This should be on the live feed, I believe. So yes, I am trying out a different kind of stream. And this one I saw some of my favorite Holodive VTubers were trying out this new trend. And I wanted to give it a shot because I heard some of the positives is that a lot of new people can show up and we could potentially get more swordlings. So I thought, hey, let's try it out and see how it works. So I will be trying. I decided to do this stream a little quick to see how it works and if it works. I'm not sure, but I guess we will wait and see. I just finished watching Marin Sensor's karaoke stream. Oh, well, there we go. Yes, she did a short stream as well. I did watch a little bit of that, and I also watched a lot of other Danzo stream. I also watched a little bit of, and it seems to be a thing at the moment. So I'm trying it out and see how it works. Does any of you swordlings watch streams on your phone? And if so, how does it look? I don't know if it's actually working or not. Well, I hope so. Yes, that's yes, my favorite streamers of all time are VTubers from Hololive, which are the best ones out there. It looks good on the. Oh, okay. Yes. No music for this stream. I didn't think I was gonna use music, but I might put up some music, actually. So, well, we have a filthy Westerner in stream here. Time to ban. I can't reach it. Get rid of them. Get rid of that filth from my stream. I don't tolerate that kind of behavior in my chat. So, yes, no slurs in my stream. Anyway, music. Hmm. I will think about that. I would put it on if it's needed, but this stream isn't going to be super long. This is more of a little test to see how it works. Chef-sama, have you watched Initial D? I think it's very sugoi. Yes, it is. I agree. It's a classic. And I think everyone should watch it. Perhaps we can hear some of your music, Chef-sama. The cover of Masinga Seto is my favorite. I would play it, but unfortunately, there's a lot of issues with that song. It is that video got copyright claimed, actually. Chef Sama, what is your thought about Iron Mouse winning Content Creator of the Year? I didn't know that was the case, but it doesn't matter. No, that's just another Western streamer. Uh, toxic Western. They call themselves VTubers, but they're just toxic Westerners trying to steal Japanese culture. Uh, Western Western streamers are just not good. They can impossibly copyright your cover of Devil Trigger. Yes, no, they can't. That's a complete cover. And she works with that baka Sea Dog VA. Yes, I've seen that. Uh, Western VTubers are toxic. Westerners that try to push their their manipulative Western thoughts into a medium where it shouldn't belong. If you wanna watch good VTubers, you can go to Holodive, where they have VTubers like, of course, uh, Koro-san, which is my favorite. It was mentioned earlier in chat as well. Marin Sensho is great. Pekora-chan is good as well. There's many. None of the Japanese VTubers. You can't go wrong with any of them. So just pick the one you seem to enjoy the most and start watching. They are all great. But stay away from that. What was it called? V Shoujo. That's a toxic Western company trying to take advantage of kawaii VTuber culture from Japan. Instead, they're like disgusting, just disgusting Westerners saying disgusting things. I watched a clip of one of those female streamers, and it made me feel sick. I felt sick to my stomach with the things that she said, and I couldn't believe that they would put something so disgusting and into the just amazing and say so VTuber culture. Why would they do that? Don't watch those. You will be you will thank me. They are gross. Chef-sama, should I watch Kisses? Yes, you should. Kisses is really funny. You should watch that. It's really good. Keiro-san, I think you would enjoy Oreimo. Oreimo Yes, or the emo. That's the name of it. It is a classic. Yes, I. That's a good one as well. I have watched a little bit um of Needy Sandy as well, and there's some good streamers there as well. You stay away from those Western streamers, that those English, and that goes for Hololive too. Hololive English, stay away. You will thank me. Chef Sama, what happened to the Westerners that invaded the Discord? Did they go pun? Did they? I can't see because it's covering up. The chat is covered up. YouTube has this weird thing covering up, so I can't see. I can't see the message. Did they get punished for their wicked acts? Yes, they were removed, and everything is back to how it should be. And now the server is I have to point this out. The server is not run by me. It's not my server, and I can't do anything. When something happens, it's not within my I can't do anything. It will have to be the owners of the server. I need to point that out. But it was really annoying seeing all the swordlings being exposed to such disgusting foul acts that happened in there. So I had to try and take action, and I couldn't do anything. I had to wait for Discord, which took forever, by the way. It took hours and hours before they did something. But they did go in there and fix it. So yes, it is fine now to go back in there, my swordlings. You don't have to worry. Hmm. Maybe I should put on some music. Let's see. Oh, this one. Mhm. Let me take a listen first. This will be good. Now, if we are, let's see. Okay. Oh, what is this? I think I found it. How is this, my swordlings? How long does a short stream last? Well, I'm thinking I'm not gonna be going for a long time. It's you can stream as long as you want, I believe. For me, I'm going to be streaming for an hour, and that should be enough. How's the audio? Does it need to be lower? Chef-sama, could you wear your Akatsuki robe? It's Super Sugoi and I would love to... Again, it's covering up, I can't see. Because YouTube covers up the chat and you can't move it out of the way, so I have to... Gomenasai, Kato-san. I have to wait until there's more activity. There we go. It's Super Sugoi and I would love to see you wearing apparel from Naruto. Oh, okay. Well, I could do that. Where's the... Here we go. Now, Mangekyo Sharingan. There we go. Oh, it's oh. If we write a large message, we should write another shorter one underneath. So it's Chef, Chef, S-E-P-H. Make sure to spell it right. Yes, so I can read it. Look, there goes other. Yes, that's a good idea. If you're at the bottom of the chat, I would appreciate it if you write another message. Chef-sama, what is the difference between a normal streamer and a live-action VTuber? Well, a live-action VTuber is a VTuber, right? I think if you watch my VTuber arc, I think you should know. But anyway, Chef-sama should use Genjutsu on Nintendo to make them close their company. That would be great. Now I can't, unfortunately, there's no way to actually do that with Nintendo. So otherwise I would have done it long ago. How's the audio? How's the music? Is it too loud? There we go. Listen, how am I doing today? I am doing quite well. Arigato for asking. Oh, arigato vomi-san. Yes. You can check out that's my debut as a VTuber right there. If you're interested, and I'm sure most of you have already seen it though. What are your thoughts on the Twitch recent artistic nudity category? Oh, it sounds very interesting. I think YouTube should do something similar. I thought it was interesting since I can now do ecchi art on Twitch, which is something I could never do on YouTube. And you couldn't do on Twitch before either, but now you can. So interesting. I would be interested. It would be fun to try out to do some art on there. Nintendo is a horrible company. I will never regret burning all my old Nintendo games and consoles. Good job, Dai-san. That's good. We don't need any Nintendo stuff. And if you have some kind of Nintendo products, and you now know that you need to get rid of them, do not sell them or give them away to other people, because then you would just be moving the curse onto another person. You need to destroy it or throw it away in the trash. That way nobody will be affected by it. Good afternoon, Chef-sama. I have a weird proposition for you. I'm working on a video essay about a terrible direct-to-DVD Garfield movies, and I'd like to get you to read some Google reviews with your iconic voice. Is there any way I can get in contact with you on Discord or something? You can get in contact with me on X. I am on X, formerly known as Twitter, where you can send me, my DMs are open so anyone can send me messages there. You could also, if you want to, you can join the Sephiroth Sword, the Sephiroth Sword 57 fan club server, and you can, oh well, there you go, Homi-san, arigato. Yes, there's that as well. And you can get in contact with me. Konnichiwa, Chef-sama. I am glad to be watching the stream while I work from home. Well, that sounds great. Oh yes, I need to see the activity. There we go. So how have your swordling stay been? Me personally, I finally was able to get to work. The other day, as you might know, I had to call in sick to work because of all the issues that was on the Sephiroth Sword 57 fan server. It was invaded by Nintendo fans and trolls. So I had to call in sick to work to get it figured out. I would not be able to work if I knew that the swordlings were in danger on that server. So that's what had to be done. And I was finally able to work today. And it's been going great. I am also working on a couple of things that I want to do, and I'm preparing for the next year. I have some things planned that I want to do. Thank Kami-sama that the disgusting Oni and trolls got banned. Yes. Chef-sama, I will soon be traveling to Sverige for school. Do you have any Super Sugoi tips for my success? Well, I would say that you learn the language, although it's not a very useful language, not like Japanese or even English in that way. But to be able to talk to the locals, it is respectful to learn the language, just like you would do anywhere you go. And depending on where you were from, you have to understand that Sweden has a lot in common with Japan in that don't bother people. I know there's a lot of Americans that like being loud and talking to random people and annoy them on the streets. Don't do that. That is something you can't do. That's a very important rule, not to disturb people unless you actually need help with something. Small talk is not accepted, just like in Japan. Chef-sama, what do you eat? Do you have to eat Western food, or do you eat sugoi, sushi, and ramen? I try to eat as much Japanese cuisine as possible, although I have to eat some Western food here, which is fine, but I would prefer if we could have Japanese food every day. A lot of breakfast, I do like to eat grilled salmon and miso soup in the morning for breakfast, which I try to do at least 3 to 4 times a week. And I suggest you do as well, and some gohan as well with it. Chef-sama, long time no see. Kiri-san, welcome to the stream. So, now that we've been here for a while, how many of you swordlings are watching on your phone? I'm curious to see how this stream will end up being like afterwards. I'm excited to check out the analytics to see what difference there is. Chef-sama, have you ever had a pet before? Looking at Pet Finder right now and was curious. I had a neko growing up. It was very kawaii. I'm watching from my phone. Oh, that is Super Sugoi. Yes, so apparently these kinds of streams reach out to the shorts algorithm, which is how this is supposed to work, I guess. Well, to tell you the truth, we had two neko. The first one we got when I was very young, because my parents broke up when I was very small. So my mom got a cat, a neko, to the first one was called Smulan, and she was a gray cat, and when I was 3 years old, I ran her over with my bike and she died. So yes, that's the story. And then we got a new one, so it was fine. We replaced the other one with a new cat named Nikita, and she was a orange cat, and we actually got her when she was just very small, a small neko, a kitten, and we go up, and I believe she passed away when she was 19 years old. She got very old, and yes. That's the story about how yes, my neko that I had growing up. Chef-sama, have you played Live Alive before? I saw a video on it recently and have been thinking of trying out the demo. I want to play it because it's a Square Enix game and it looks very Sugoi. This angle is good. Makes you look mighty and powerful as you are. Oh, well, arigato. Yes, yes, she did pass away, but we did get a new one, so it's okay. And well, other than that, I haven't had any other pets aside from that. What else? I have any childhood stories I can talk about? Or I can talk about, so growing up, I was the only one in my, where I lived, I was the only one who had a Sega Mega Drive. And everyone else had Super Nintendos back then, I remember. And it always looked so boring. Everyone around in the neighborhood just had that. Even back then, I was knowledgeable enough to know that Mario games and other Nintendo games were badly designed. And I guess that's just something you're born with. At least some of us are born with that kind of objective mindset. My dog went to the glue factory yesterday. I miss him very much. Oh, you can. Why don't you go and get him? Or did you? Did you give him away, maybe? Kind of like a sixth sense. Maybe. I have not met many people that was as young as me. I didn't know anyone who would criticize Nintendo and Mario games, even at a young age. So, I don't know anyone else. I'm sure creators like Yuji Naka and what else? More Japanese creators. Uh, Nobuo Uematsu, Sakaguchi-san, the Square Enix developers. I'm sure they grew up thinking the same. They had a very positive, a very objective mindset, like myself. I was wondering if you played any of the Super Sugoi Monster Hunter games. Yes, I have. Monster Hunter Wilds. It looks fun. I have played Monster Hunter World, of course. I played Monster Hunter Portable. I have played Monster Hunter 1 and 2. And then, of course, they were forced to make games for Nintendo, so I skipped those because, yes, they can't be very good. So, what else? People say Finnish people are like the Japanese. Any opinions on this? I've never heard that. Although Swedish people are a lot like Japanese people in a lot of ways. We're respectful and we're more, we don't want to bother other people. We keep to ourselves respectfully and don't annoy people. We don't want to cause a bunch of issues in public. We don't want to be a nuisance and be loud and annoying. We keep to ourselves and not to bother other people. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's the same in Finland as well. Maybe they also have a very Japanese way of life. Yes, Rice was not good at all. He was really held back. Really held back on the inferior Nintendo Switch. Of course. Yes, games released on the Nintendo system are just... Nintendo... they have to go through Nintendo, so... you know it's not going to be good, because Nintendo executives will be all over that and ruining it for us normal people. Swedish people are very Sugoi. Well, not as good as Japan or any Japanese people. We could definitely learn a lot more from Japanese culture and become better people. But compared to other Western countries, as I've come to learn, we are a lot better in a lot of ways. But even then, all of the West needs to adapt more Japanese mindset and it would be great if we just adapted the Japanese language, which is a very formal and nice language. That is, you're not going to find any crude and gross words like in English or any Western country where the languages are very they're very barbaric, to say the least. Chef-sama, are you fully recovered from your curse? I am fully recovered. Also, some of my messages are getting deleted, and I'm unsure why. Well, I think it's just YouTube. It depends on what kind of topic you're talking about. messages can get deleted. So when will we get the next review video? Oh, why Chef-sama? I can't say when, but the next big video, I'm going to get it out either before or a little bit after Christmas. I have some things to do. I have some things planned for Christmas, so we will see if it will be before or afterwards, but we will, you shortlings will see. Chef-sama, I think Japanese people call Monster Hunter Mohan. Should we start calling it that too? You should, yes. It's a good abbreviation of the name, and it's easier to say. Now let's see. If only those disgusting Americans were more like Japanese people. But that goes for all Westerners, not just Americans. There's so many disgusting people out there, and there's some. Well, there are some countries where doing crimes is completely fine. For example, people are fine with people killing and stealing from other people, and they think it's I don't know. They think it's funny, I guess, because they've been conditioned by their country to think that way, and hurtful media has made them to think that way. So it's very gross. But I don't know. As soon as we adapt more to Japanese culture, people will become more respectful. Chef-sama, can we expect any new characters in the Sephiroth Sword 57 show? Well, I can't say what I have planned, but in the future, yes. We already had Alien earlier this year. If you haven't watched my what is it called? Tears of the Kingdom video. That's when I introduce a new character to the Sephiroth Sword 57 show. You will see more of him in the future. Chef-sama, it would be super sugoi if you opened your own dojo and taught us your sword style. I would love to do that. Yes, so we have Dimension Cross Ryubudo Taijutsu, which is my martial art that I'm still working on. That is something that I want to open up a dojo where I can teach swordlings how to defend themselves with my techniques. Now, for Dimension, now I know I've been developing that for many years, and it will be something that I will be showing you swordlings sooner than later, but I still can't tell you when. Do you celebrate Christmas? Well, It depends what you mean by celebrate. I don't celebrate it like Westerners do, with their religious stuff. Christmas, I do. I don't celebrate it in that kind of way because it's not part of my beliefs, and it is also I don't like to I don't like to pay too much attention to it. Other than that, it's just some time off where I could spend with friends and family, and that's how I treat it as. We get to eat some good food together. This year, I asked my mom if she could make some authentic tonkatsu ramen for Christmas, and well, we will see. We will see how if she will be able to do that. I tried asking last year and I didn't get that, so I only had meatballs to eat on Christmas Eve. But yes, I would say that I from no, not from IKEA. Why would I do that? No, we make our own meatballs. But even that is nowhere near as good as a bowl of ramen. When will we see Mrs. Chef-sama-san? Well, I don't know. Maybe that would be in the future. Let's see. I would try to sneakily replace the meatballs with takoyaki. Oh, that's a good idea. Wow, that would be interesting to see a... I should have asked my mom to do that. That would have been great. And what's great is that takoyaki is already Christmas themed in a way. Chef-sama, any favorite characters from recent media you played / watched? Oh, there's many to choose from. Okay, I can talk about that. A recent favorite of one is Van Arkraido from Kurono Kiseki, which I played quite recently. He's the main character, and he's really great. Most of the characters in that game are really good. So, but that is something that is true for all Kiseki games. So, Chef-sama, what is the progress on the game you're currently developing? Game? What game? I'm not making any game. If you're thinking about the Kickstarter for Last Stream Central 7 Cloud of Emergency, that did not go through. It's been years already. We need to move on, my swordlings. I'm not. That is something that I have. I would let you sortlings know if I was working on it. The Dreamcast 2? No, I'm not. No, don't spread lies. Don't spread lies in this. I've never confirmed that. I put up some ideas for what the Dreamcast 2 would be like, but I'm not working on it. Yes, Robbie-san, it would have still been a little too late. Unfortunately. Although, well, I can't. Well, I guess I can mention that a lot of sortlings like the ideas and the story that I had planned for Last Dream Central 7 Cloud of Emergency. But those ideas and concepts will be implemented into other media that I have. So, that is how that is going to work. So you might see that in future content. Which Japanese language should we adapt? What do you mean, Japanese? Yes, we should. We should. Every country should had a mandatory Japanese class for people to learn Japanese. Remove all the other languages, like what do they have? German and French? Those are not useful at all. You're not going to those countries anyway, so it's not going to. It's useless. They should have Japanese instead. Chef-sama, if you had a death note, who would you get rid of first? I wouldn't use it. I would lock it away in a safe, and then bury it somewhere where only I know, so nobody could get to it. If I want to deal with something, I do it by myself with no tricks. My friends and I are planning a trip to Japan next year. I would love to visit Okunoshima, Rabbit Island. Yes, that's right. I've not been there, but I have heard about it. So I'm trying to convince them. What is there to just say you're going there? But why would you need to convince them? Who wouldn't want to go there? Is the school system good in Japan? Yes, we should adapt that as well, because Japanese students do actually learn stuff in school. I've heard that the school system in a lot of Western countries are really bad and outdated. Well, in Japan, you have to work hard to get somewhere. A lot of students work hard, and the system is great. So if you're doing well in school, you will be going forward in your studies. So we should be implementing something, a Japanese system as well. Can you imagine if we implemented all the school club system properly like they do in Japan? Oh, And the school festivals? Wow, we don't have anything close to that in the West. Hi, Chef-sama. How are you today? I am doing well, Yoa-san. I have changed the iceberg video into a video essay, just letting you know. Oh, that's Super Sugoi. But I'm not in. I can't make the decision to talk about what you're working on. But if you want to let the Swordlings know what you're doing, you can announce it. Do you have any tips for writing the script, since you're a really successful YouTuber? Well, be sure to open your mind creatively so that you can enter a state of flow where you will be able to type without having to stop and think. You will just keep typing about what you're talking about, and you will be making a lot of progress that way. Of course, you should go through the script multiple times to make sure that everything is good. But I suggest that. But yes, that sounds really Sugoi. I think I will make a teaser for it soon and send it to the Discord. Ah, naruhodo. Yes, I would let the Swordlings know, and of course I will be spreading it to other Swordlings so they can watch it. And I will let people know about it. Well, that's really good. I would be very interested to see a Swordling describe, well, me. So that's very interesting. Will you be seeing Miyazaki's new film, The Boy and the Heron? I already seen it. It was released, wasn't that released a long time ago? I don't think that's a new movie. I think that was released quite a while ago. But don't support current Miyazaki. Mr. Miyazaki hates anime, and you should not watch his movies. He is very toxic, and he probably learned it from Westerners. He's a very foul, gross old man who doesn't deserve to be called Japanese, in my eyes. He constantly talks down on anime. Very gross. Don't support him. What is your opinion on Chinese and Korean media? I've not watched a lot. I watched a little bit. They're on the same level as Western media a lot of times. Korean media is a little bit better because they try to imitate Japanese media a lot. Korea looks up to Japan and constantly copy what they do. So their media turns out pretty all right most of the time. But make sure to not watch old Chinese movies because they are racist towards Japanese people, and they're also really bad movies. And they're manipulative, and badly made, so don't watch those. I have not consumed any Chinese media, modern Chinese media, and I don't really have an interest after what they have done in the past. So, but I'm assuming they're just the same as Westerners at Western movies. Or the new Godzilla movie. I have not watched that yet. I have heard many good things, but I have not watched it. Wasn't it no, that's what the Chinese wants you to think. Just look, if you look at any Bruce Lee movies, you can see that they made the Japanese weird. They made them look ugly, and they also made them look weak, which is just a lie. They just hate Japanese people. At least, well, some people still do. It's better nowadays, but back then, they did everything to make Japanese people look bad, and also to summarize, anyone who performs Chinese Kempo, also known as Kung Fu, would never stand up to a Japanese martial artist. And in those movies, Bruce Lee is fighting Japanese martial artists, which makes no sense. He will get beaten up easily. If those movies were realistic, then Bruce Lee would be in a hospital 15 minutes into the movie. Kung Fu doesn't work. It's not a viable martial arts. It doesn't work. So make sure when you look into martial arts that it's Japanese and that you learn something like karate or judo or something like that. But oh, my shortlists. An hour have gone. This was my first short stream. Arigato for stopping by. And I hope that the stream looked nice on the phone. I have to check it out myself to make sure that everything worked the way it should. I'm not sure if it worked properly. Hopefully it did. But anyway, arigato for watching, and I hope you have a good night, evening, morning, or day. Moshi mosh!